Okay, so these chords are called ninth chords, dominant ninth chords. So we'll play it like this first. So the construction of them starts like this. You have your C major chord, right? And then you have a C7 chord. Remember, you have your octave, major 7, flat 7, or dominant 7. It's called a C7. And then if you go one note in the scale past the root, there's our root of C, and you go to D, second note in the scale, also called the ninth. And we're talking about chords. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We call it a ninth chord, okay? So that's going to be, so what we're going to do is take the root and the fifth, and we're going to extract them, put them here. So we're splitting up the notes in the chord. So it's the same as doing this, but we're separating it, right? That's why it works. So you end up, in your right hand, you end up with E, B flat, and D. Okay? So these are just the interesting notes in the chord. They're not the root. We leave that to our bass player. The root and the fifth, our bass player is playing. And then we're going to go to F9, which looks like this. You have F major with a flat 7 and the 9. And then we extract the root and the fifth, put it down here. Okay? And then our G9, you have G major, then our flat 7, that's why it's a white key, and our 9. So this is called G9. We're extracting the root and fifth, putting it down here, okay? So I want you to be able to play like this. That's our C9, F9, and G9, okay? Be able to do it like that, and then just your right hand. And then I want you to do this also with your left hand. So same exact chord in the middle, E, B flat, and D. A, E flat, G, B, F, A, okay? And again, what we're trying to get accomplished here is to just understand more deeply the different parts of what is going on. You have your bass player down here, right? Then you have a chord player who's going to elaborate on the sound. Or the harmony. So it just makes it more big sounding, right? More interesting sounding. And then you have your melody up here, right? So there's three things going on. And as a piano player, you can do each of those things. So when you're in a group setting or just understanding the music, it's important that you eventually, what we're working towards is you being able to play two things at once. So you're going to be able to play either bass and chords, right? Bass and melody, or chords and melody. Okay? So three things, those different combinations, you want to be able to do all of those things with each of your hands. And when you play with the play-along, the chord at this point happens every 2 times through the pattern. So if you're listening, and we'll do this in a minute, but the pattern again, right? So every 2 times through the pattern, you're going to play the chord. So it's going to go 1, 2, and then again, bam, 2, bam, 2, bam, and then you go to F, 1, and then back to C, and up to G. To F, then to C. But you're gonna, at this point, you're just doing it, just playing the chords. So either with your right hand or your left hand. Okay? Oh, and the melody. Don't forget the melody. So the melody, you're gonna start on G, G to C, and then E flat. And then you're gonna come back. This time your thumb is gonna move to A. But you start on G, and then A. Okay? G to A. A again, and you end on C. So it's up and down like twice. G, back to A. Okay? And then you wait. And with the play along, I want you to be able to just wait for the melody to happen and play with it. That's part of the exercise, is just to know where you are in the form. Okay, both with your bass playing, you should be able to follow along, play along with the whole thing. Your chords with your right hand, your chords with your left hand, be able to follow the whole thing, and then be able to follow with just the melody with your right hand. Okay? Those are your tasks.